Hey everybody, welcome to Board Game Heaven. My name is Raymond, and today I'm going to play a playthrough of a game called Explorers of the Woodlands by Jeffrey Woods of
Hi.
From the Woods Games. Hey Jeffrey, welcome.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. Thanks for being here and
Oh,
being on the
thanks.
channel and
Pleasure.
wanting to explain your game. So this is your first game that you designed as an indie developer with your new company called From the Woods.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a brand new company, not even a year old actually. Yeah, it's the first game we are releasing. Yeah, so pretty
Okay, cool.
excited.
And it's coming to Kickstarter in April.
Yeah, April 19th. That's a Tuesday, to be more precise. So
Okay,
less than a month from now, at least the day we're shooting this video. So yeah, pretty excited. Really,
it is.
can't
It
wait.
is. And I just want to say I've seen some pictures of it and the art, and it just looks absolutely gorgeous. So I cannot wait to try this game out. So yeah, let's just start right away. We've got it here on Tabletopia, the prototype.
Hmm.
Not everything is final yet. I also have an actual prototype of the game right here. So I'm going to shoot a review video of that later on my channel. So keep an eye on that. And I'll also put a link in the description to the page on Kickstarter where you can already click and sign up to get a notification when it goes live. So please go ahead and do that. Just click that button and you'll get a notification so you don't miss the launch. All right, so Jeffrey, give us a little bit of a short story of what the game is about.
So yeah, the game is totally co-op. You can play it either solo or up to four players actually. It's a fast-paced forest crawler, if you will, and your the goal of the game will be to explore a forest. It'll be made out of several forest tiles. Your
Mhm.
goal will be, at least in the classic mode, because I'm showing you the standard mode today, is to explore the whole forest. At the end, a boss will spawn, and you'll have to defeat it to win the game.
All right, cool. Sounds fun.
And so yeah, each player grabs one character usually. If you're playing solo, you get two characters just because you need to be able to help out each other character. And yeah, it's going to be played real, quickly, fast-paced, two phases per round, as many rounds as you need to either again kill the boss or maybe be defeated as a whole group. And in that case, you would have to start over if you want to keep playing.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want me to go through the rules real quick?
Yeah,
Explain a
let's
few
just
details?
explain what exactly what the characters can do, and then we'll just start with taking our actions. And whenever we encounter something that needs explanation, we'll take it from there.
Yeah, great. So we can just play along. So before we shot the video, we just chose our characters. So we
Mhm.
know that you will be here, Zelia.
Exactly.
And I will be Clethor. So the first thing you need to do when you're playing the game is, well, choose your characters and so on. Then place your meeples here on the center of the board, on the starting tile. So we don't need these ones. This one and this one will be playing. And as Raymond will tell you surely in his video, the meeples will actually be custom
Yeah.
shaped meeples. So we are in phase one of the round. This is the real shortest phase you could imagine. If you don't mind,
Hmm.
I'll play first so that you can follow me since you don't know how to play yet. What
Yeah,
we do
sure.
in phase one is called the exploration phase, and basically we scout and we look around to see where we could go. So if I'm play one, I'm Clethor here, phase one, exploration. I just grab a tile, I flip it face up, and then I see where I can add it to the board. As long as it connects, it's okay. And in that case, I have a somewhat specific tile because it can either lead to one dead end or the other. So we'll have to choose, and since we're only starting, I guess I'll put it like here. So what happens when you place a tile is that you just check if there are special icons. For instance, here, this means there will be thorns,
Hmm.
which is still called brambles in this version.
Okay.
And then here you can see like there's a monster icon. So I'm going to place one monster token on the tile itself. And if a
Hmm.
hero enters the tile, well, we'll reveal the monster and maybe have to fight it. So that was me. That's phase one. I just added a tile, making the forest a little bigger. And I'm still not on it, I'm just exploring
Yeah,
where we could
exactly.
go. And now you
Hmm.
get to grab your tile, and then reveal it and add it to the board itself.
All right. let's see. Well, this is a T section, so I could place that anywhere.
Hmm.
I'll just place it over here to the left of
Yeah,
us.
great. So we're doing the same thing, adding one monster tile here. And you can also here on the see on the top right corner there's a rune. So these are specific icons that we mostly use for the campaign missions because I mentioned we're playing the standard mode today. These are basically points of interest for advanced rules and for the campaign missions. So in
Mhm.
this standard mode we won't be using them for this demo today. And that was phase one. See, pretty fast. When you know the game, it's like 5 seconds per player, just add the tile. And now we're going to the actual main phase itself is phase two, and this is called the adventure phase. So this is going to be played again in turn order. So if I'm playing my character here, I'm Clethor. Let me zoom in. I'm seeing my board. So what I do is that I grab these 4 dice here. They're called the hero dice. And what I have to do is just I roll them. So I'm rolling the 4 dice, and I'm going to assign my dice to see, sort of like to program what I'm going to do during my turn. If I'm
Okay.
not happy with the initial results, I can reroll just once from 1 to 3 dice. Why not the 4 dice? Because I have to use at least one of my results here.
Right. Right.
So I'm going to place a 5+ here. So that means, actually, if you're looking at your own board, Raymond, you'll see that you have the 2 first lines are similar, actually the same. So
Yeah.
any die that you place on 1, 2, and 3, if they are 1, 2, and 3, the results, I mean, this will allow you to move around. So if you have 2 dice here, you move twice, meaning
And you
2 tiles
can
away.
place as many dice on it as you want, as long as the value is not greater than 3.
In this specific case, yes, you actually have a reminder here that says infinite, so
Mm-hmm.
any amount of dice. Uh, if it's not the case, it'll tell you one max. In that case, it's
Exactly.
only one die. If you let me go back to my board. If you wanted to, if I wanted to, sorry, I could just use this 4 dice. But you see, there's no way to move, so I'm going to reroll 3 of these dice because I want to when I'm playing. Okay, nice. That's what I wanted. So this would allow me to move once. This would allow me to move twice total, for instance. So again, this is to move around. A 4+ to gain orbs at the end of my turn. So this is the orb track. And this is sort of like the experience points and also the resource points of the game. I'll give some more details about that later on. And 5+ is special for each character. For instance, me, I could, when I am going to move out of my tile and it's my turn, you can still follow me during my turn. This is sort of a leadership ability, if you will. It
Oh,
allows you
right.
to move while it's my turn to play, so it's really handy. And again, since it's a co-op game, most of these special powers on 5+ and 6, and later on power cards will help you and your allies too. On 6 here, I can have a shield that's going to be available for my turn only, and then the first time it's used, well, I no longer have my shield. And to explain what your character has, on 5+, you can totally ignore the thorns. So this is the equivalent of traps that you find in the dungeon, except in the forest, the thorns are always dangerous. So if you go through on them 10 times, you'll have to see what happens 10 times. And then on 6, if you have a 6 here for the whole duration of your turn, all your combat dice will have a result of +1. So if you rolled a 5, you have a 6. So that can be pretty handy too.
It's nice. Yeah.
Going back to what you can do, you have 2 last slots that I haven't mentioned yet. So I could, for instance, place these 2 dice here, and this will allow me to summon my power die, which, as you can see, mine is purple and yours is green.
Mhm.
And the power dice are mostly used in combat. They are additional dice that you can use to get more chances of killing your opponents. And also, some of the monsters will be either resistant or weak, for instance, to the purple die, which is mine in that case. But obviously, there's other ways to get these and more subtle things that you can do, which probably we'll see as we get to play.
Yeah.
So this was it for the main board. You have your life track and your orb track. I was just going to give a few more details on the orbs before we can actually start.
Mhm.
As I was mentioning, this is both your resource. So if you find like a trader, he's mostly going to sell some stuff like 3 orbs each, right? So this is your money. But this is also a way for you to level up your characters. So let's pretend I am here. I have 4 orbs, right? You can see there's a reminder on 3 and 5. And this is basically the costs. I'm going to place the dice here, right? The costs of leveling up. So if I pay 3 here, 1, 2, and 3, later on in the game, obviously. I can slide this card here to the left, and I know that I have 1 extra power now, which is I can reroll my combat dice during combat. Later on in the game, if I have 5, I can spend some more and then fully unlock my character, if you will. And this power card would be here, and then you have your 2 special abilities on 5+, and 6, and your 2 powers on the card itself.
Nice.
So for now, if we were playing the actual prototype, we would slide it back under the board, but I can do this with Tabletopia. So I'm just gonna hide the card here so we know that I don't have them. And last but not least, this is your this is the spot where you will put your status icons, like status markers. If you have poison, you're going to put something here, for instance. And then your 3 slots for your equipment. So this was my initial roll. I had saved this to take you with me if I wanted to. I'm going to move around a lot, actually. Okay, let's see. Then maybe this way I can teach you how to fight and also how to fight as a group. One thing that I can do now is that since I've placed all my dice, I can't change them anymore, and I have to start playing and use these 4 dice, and then it's going to be your turn to play, and then back to phase 1. So we can decide together if we want to either go fight the monster on the left side here, the one here below us, or I could also move out of the known part of the forest and add 1 tile to the board. If I do this, it's a high exploration, a high risky exploration move. So if I do this, I win 1 orb, which is cool, but also I can maybe find a tile with like 4 monsters on it. I'm just pretending. But you know, you never know what to do. So since you don't know the game itself and so on, I'm just going to go south because there's just 1 monster. And if you want, since I have my 5+ ability activated, you can follow me and then you can help me during combat. But you could also be attacked yourself. So let's do this. Oh, didn't mean to do this. Actually, we're quite lucky because this is one pretty easy monster to kill. So what we have here is a Spirit of the Forest. There are 5 types of monsters. These ones are some of your easiest to kill. Quickly on the profiles here, you have a shield of 3. So if you roll 1 attack die against this monster, you need to roll a 3 or more. So you're pretty easy on a 6-sided die. 1 heart, so that means you only need to successfully attack it once, and then it's defeated. Right, so really like your lowest version of the monsters. But what can be cool but also annoying with this one is that you can see here there's a white bar with a green crown. It's what you win if you actually win the fight. It's like a bonus, if you will. So you would win 1 orb, but also this monster would be placed back with the other monster tokens. So, you know, Spirits of the Forest, even though they're really easy to get rid of, they're never really defeated. And, you know, it's this small monsters that keep going back to the pile. So, you know, there's not many loot to gain on them. So it can be frustrating. You can see there would be, with the broken crown here, there would be something bad happening with some other monsters, but not in this case. And last here on the top right side, you can see a +1 against green. Well, that just means green, sorry, yellow. Yellow or orange. So if I'm a player using my power die and it's orange, it actually hits +1 on this specific monster. So that's a good thing if you have the yellow power die against this one. So that's how to read your monster profiles. Obviously, some of them are more specific, like snakes have poison and so on. But in that case, what I'm going to do is that I always have at least 1 combat die. It's the rules state that you have 1 combat die. This is what I'm going to roll. I didn't summon any extra dice. I don't have any gear or equipment now. It's too early in the game. So I don't have any extra dice by myself, but I do have my good friend here with me, Zilia, who chose to follow me bravely. So that means you would get to roll your combat die as well, since you're here. So we can both roll our dice. And you roll a 4 and I had a 5. So that's good enough, obviously. Completely dead. I could win 1 orb, but I know that you're going to play after me. Maybe it's going to be more useful to you. So since we can share, we're on the same tile, obviously, and in the same fights, you can win 1 orb. So this slides here. As you can see, the blue cube tells you that now you have 1 orb. This is discarded. Well, it should be discarded, but actually I'm going to place it back in the pile and shuffle it. And then, so I used one of my moves. I can use a second one to get back on top, and I think you're following me because it's a dead end. And then just because I like risky stuff, I'm going to explore, and I'm going to go to the right side. I just have to announce where I'm going first.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
And obviously, did you follow me, by the way, before I show?
Yeah. Sure. I'm gonna follow you.
All right, so that way you can see what happens if you're not lucky. So here now, what happens is that even though I already fought within this turn, as long as I enter a tile and there's monsters on it, I have to fight them. So it's not like a combat phase and then you're done. It's
2 monsters.
oops, sorry, yeah, 2 more monsters. And also, if we do defeat them, there's once there will be no monsters on the tile, there's going to be 1 more loot card for free.
Cool.
So we have 2 here of these monsters. We just have to check which one has the lowest shield first. Well, definitely it's the one on the left side, 4. Just to gain some time, the rules tell you to always target the weakest one first. So this one is a 4-1-2, so he would inflict 2 damage if we do lose the fight. And also he steals orbs, this one. So we don't want to lose too much against him. So we are going to roll first for this monster, and even if he's not defeated, then we will be able to attack the mushroom guy.
Right.
All right, so I just rolled a 4, and you rolled a 6, so good. We're good to go. So far, so good. That's plus 2 orbs. And just, going back to the orbs real quick, I told you you can level up, you can buy some stuff with them. And also you can re-roll your combat dice if you're in combat. You can spend 1 orb to re-roll 1 die. So if you have 3 dice that you actually really want to re-roll, you could spend 3 orbs at once. We know it's always a dilemma between rolling back or re-rolling, or leveling up and so on. Well, anyways, in that case, I'm going to let's just share, right? 1 orb for you, 1 for me.
Okay, sure.
Sounds not too bad, right? So since you're playing after me, so this one is dead, discarded, and then now this one is not going to be the same thing, I guess. We have to roll a hard 6, and as you can imagine, 6 is the biggest shield you could find in the game.
I just did.
Did you just roll a 6 or again? You mean?
That was my previous roll.
Yeah, you should have said it. Yeah, and obviously dice don't add up, right? So what happens when we do lose the fight? So far it's not really lost, but let's pretend we would both suffer 1 damage, and also he would steal 1 orb to the active player. And in that case, I just gained an orb right now because we killed the other guy. So I'm going to re-roll it just in case, because he would steal it from me anyways. And of course, I got a 1. So, but anyways, I could have maybe had a 6. So in that case, he is still alive. If I still
can I also spend an orb to re-roll?
No, that's the problem. You're not the active player, right? So
it's only for the active player.
It's the master answer to all the questions. That you can do it if it's your turn, and if you're not in combat. Usually, can I move? Can I whatever? I could flee the combat if I wanted to, if I still had moves, but I don't. And if you escape from a combat, well, he attacks you again, but it allows you to not stay stuck on the same tile for 3 rounds or whatever. So now I'm done with my dice. That was my phase 2. Now this is your phase 2. You get this for hero dice as well. And this
we also, so he stole 1 energy from the active player, but you don't have any left, so that's fine.
Good.
But we also take damage, right?
Yeah, so 2 each. Actually, I forgot to do it, sorry.
Is it 2 each or 1?
Was it 1 or 2? I can't remember.
He deals 1 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just...
And actually, just to be precise, the supporting ally can only lose 1 damage, even if this was like a mushroom that would inflict 3. The active player would lose 3, and the allies only lose 1 each time. Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah. So back on you now. Back to your turn.
Yeah. All right. Let me just put that die aside, and I'll take these and roll them. Oh.
To zoom out a bit because I can't see your dice.
Yeah, I've got them underneath my character for some reason.
Was that even possible? Can you see them? Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 6, a 4, a 3, and a 3. Just need to drag them back onto the table.
I'm hiding your card somewhere because I...
Yeah, just put it next to it. Doesn't matter. Now we can also see what my power-ups are, so that's good.
Yeah, sorry.
Already read what's coming up. So if I upgrade the first phase 1, I can explore 1 additional tile during phase 1, of course, yeah. Once per turn after the last play. That's nice. So I can draw 2 tiles.
Yeah.
And in phase 2, with the 5 orb upgrade, I can help an ally during combat from an adjacent connected tile. So I'm ranged. That's pretty cool.
Ranged, and also you're like you won't suffer the extra damage if you're the supporting player.
Perfect.
That can be
All
good
right.
as well.
Yep. I did not have 5 energy, did I? I think I just had.
No, maybe that was you had at least 2 because we shared 2.
Exactly.
Yeah, you had 2. Yeah, definitely.
All right.
So you rolled 6, 4,
Yes.
3, and
Let's
3.
see. And I am on that tile now. Let's see. I could just try and fight this guy, of course. Let's see what I'll put my 6 on this one because that's for the combat dice, right? They
Yep.
get a +1.
Yep.
Great. That's good.
If you're sure you want to kill him and not lose some time, you can sort of like sacrifice 2 dice to get 1 extra green die.
Yeah, exactly. The green one.
Yep.
Yeah.
This
I think
is how
I might
you can
do.
do it.
I'm gonna put 1 in movement just
Yep.
for later, and I'll put these 2 on the unlocking the green die.
Yep.
So I have that,
and it's available for the full round. So even if you still have 1 fight after the next tile, for instance, you still have your green for the full turn. Sorry, for your full turn, you have the green. Yeah, it's summoned. There's other ways to get the power dice, like a magic staff that you could loot. But in that case, it'll just be use your card once, and you have the green die for 1 turn for 1 combat. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see what happens. I'll roll these dice.
There's
I got a 6.
Yeah.
We got 6, so this guy is gone, and I get 2
orbs and a loot card. Yeah. Actually, I could even roll, but I don't need to because you already killed him.
So I just draw a card from the loot pile.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah, and let's see how lucky you are.
Oh. That is an antidote.
Yeah,
remove
not too
1
bad.
poison marker. So I can keep that until I need it. I'll put it underneath my board there.
And if you're wondering, you can give an item to another player if you're the active player and you're both on the same tile.
Same tile, yeah.
It would have to be an item face up, though. You'll understand why later on in the game, because as you can see, the antidote, if you use it, there's a discard icon.
Right.
But some of these items, you just use them and flip them face down for the whole turn.
Yeah.
So if you haven't used your object, you can give it to your allies. Okay, so that's not too bad. You have actually 1 extra chest.
Yep.
Here it is. The token is discarded,
on time.
And there's an extra loot card that can be gained. Yeah.
I get a mace.
Yeah.
Permanently on 1 regular combat die to your dice pool.
Yeah. Well, cool. Just so you know, by the way, the English has been massively updated since then. 1 regular combat dice to your dice pool just means 1 combat die, which is really good because you have a character that adds +1 for the whole turn. So you always get at least 2 dice now to roll, and you can also give +1 to both of them if you use your special ability.
Cool.
And one small detail. It's not actually not so small. Sorry. The mace is a permanent item. You don't have to discard it. You don't have to flip the card face down to use it. So even if you're the supporting player, you will have 2 combat dice now at least when we are in a group, fighting. So yeah, you just get a little bigger, a little stronger.
Yeah, cool. That sounds perfect. Awesome. I'm already liking the game a lot.
Well, so far so good, right? We only have so let's see if the monsters defeat us, and then we'll get your opinion. All right. So you can.
I still have a movement left.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm just gonna explore.
Yep.
Because that means if there is a monster, I still get to fight it, right?
Yep. And actually, I think I forgot to give myself the extra orb because I had done the risky exploration back then.
Yeah, that also gets you an orb. That's true.
And now you do get 1 orb as well. And
card, so that means I get an extra
orb. Did you just add it? Yeah.
I did not. No.
So now you're on 5. Okay.
Yes.
Great.
All right. So I'll rotate this and put it here, and then move my meeple there. And
So
that has event
yes,
and another one.
what you would do if you were just putting the tile is placing one event token here to remember that there's one, but in that case you just reveal it right now and can read
Yeah.
it out loud.
All right.
Ouch.
An event. This is a dangerous place. Place one poison marker, I am assuming,
Yeah,
here.
indeed, yeah.
Any here on this tile is poisoned. Well, fortunately, I do have the antidote, so that's good.
Yeah, you do have, but I don't.
Yeah.
So I'm placing a poison marker here so that I remember
Hmm.
there's one. You would have one
And
here
one
just
in
to
there.
explain.
Yeah.
And then mine would be here. There we are. I'm going back to your board. So you can
But you're not on my tile, so you wouldn't get poisoned, right?
oh no, sorry, yeah. I thought I was on the same tile. Good. I know that I'm
Yeah.
never
No, I
following you up
explored.
again.
I explored it. Yeah, exactly. I did not take you with me because you have that ability and I do not.
Exactly, yeah. That was me being not focused enough. So yeah, if you want to use your antidote, even though you have used all your dice now, you can
All
still
right.
use it now because it's the end of your turn.
All right. And so, what exactly does poison do? Does it just
So the
deal
poison would
damage?
inflict one damage at the beginning of each of your turns, right before you actually get to roll your 4 hero dice.
Right.
Uh,
All
so,
right.
so in that case, you would be down in like 3 or 4 turns.
Yeah.
Um,
Exactly.
and just so you know, there's no like player elimination in the game. If you fall down, I can still get you up with
Hmm.
like either a health potion or even spend some orbs to revive you, so to speak, just to put you back
Yeah.
on your feet because you're not dead. Um, but also, obviously, if the whole group is down at the same time, well, in that case, you lost the game.
Right. I'll just put the discarded cards next to the
Yep.
stacks. Discarded over here. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Good. So I guess that was my movement, and I've already
Mm-hmm.
done anything. There's nothing to battle here. So now that I discarded the
Poison.
poison,
Yep.
I lose the token. Uh, do I still get poisoned next turn before I leave, or can I leave and
No,
be
it's
fine?
actually one of the one of the reasons why I mentioned the English has been updated is that it's actually when you enter the tile that you're poisoned, not on the tile, right?
Okay.
Just the translation was a bit rough. But yeah, so in that you won't be poisoned again next turn. In that case, I would have advised you to wait and do it afterwards. So
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. All right.
yeah, and if you do want before you end your turn, you can spend 3 orbs now if you want
Oh
to have your
yes.
first power unlocked.
Absolutely. I'm
I
gonna
guess
do.
what we
I'm
can
just.
do is
I'm just
hide
gonna
the other
put it
one.
here.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna do.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Perfect.
now I can explore an additional tile during phase one, and that's gonna be a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
Again, it's a choice
Fantastic.
that you have to make because it doesn't allow you to move to get extra orbs if you use the risky explorations, but it's really good to have the choice, right? So,
Yep.
all right,
And
so
that.
we are now back to phase one. So I'm going to grab one tile.
Mhm.
And I'm going to add it to the board itself. And the bigger the forest gets, the funnier it gets during phase one because you can still add it to wherever you want. You don't have to be adjacent because you just using your eyes and so on and
All right.
sounds of the forest to to know where you are. So I could like decide to put it here, and you would know you have a monster to fight.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna let you decide what you put to yourself, and I'm
Yeah, just
going
put it there. That's
to.
fine. I
I was
mean,
gonna place it here
also
because
good.
maybe we can move out. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's another rune of the. As you can imagine, there are 4 runes because the main game has 4 colors, right? So,
Right.
and one monster here, and then you get to place one tile, and if you want, you can place an extra one, right after this, yeah, because you just unlocked your first power.
Yeah, because you took your first phase one action, and now I get
Yep.
to do that. So let me just draw one, flip that over.
Oh,
That's a cross section.
yeah.
So a question:
You
can I
cannot.
place it here? I cannot. Okay,
So
just
you could if there was no better choice, but
okay.
you have to like prioritize the best positions. And it's
Oh,
explained a lot better in the rule book than what I just told you, but I think you got me right.
so it's a monster and a
Yep,
chest. Well, since I'm here anyway, I'm gonna put it here.
makes sense.
So there we go, and I get to drag, draw a second one.
Okay.
Oh, and that's a well. That looks cool.
Yeah, the mana well is a is a special tile. There are some special tiles.
Hmm.
This one is a location where if you the first time a hero enters the tile, we're actually going to place some markers on it, and you can decide where you're going to place the tile, and then I'll explain what happens.
Okay.
But it's a good one. If you're
It's a good one.
That's the
All right.
information you need to place the tile right. It's a good tile.
All right. All right. Um, well, I'm guessing you're gonna go back to the left to fight those monsters. So I'm gonna put it here.
Maybe, but also I wouldn't want to be too far away. Oh yeah, the poison tile. I'm going to be poisoned if I
Yeah,
go there.
you're not gonna exactly.
Yeah, I think I'm going
I
to
might
go.
not even go there. I might just go back and just help you out with these
Can understand,
monsters.
yeah. So I just need to split them because otherwise it's going to be buggy the physics.
Okay.
So we are playing two players, right? So I'm grabbing two of these tokens here,
Yeah.
placing them directly on the tile, and when the
Mhm.
monster that is on them will be defeated, he's sort of like guarding the,
All
the
right.
well, if you will. You
Yeah.
will be able to get each of us will be able to get one of these tokens, and on the other side there's a orb bonus actually +1, 2, or 3. So it can be useful to go there.
All right.
All right, so that was your second tile, I believe.
Yep.
First,
Yep.
second. Okay, so back to phase one. Uh, First play doesn't change in the game, uh,
Okay.
so that everyone knows where you are at the same time. I just rolled, or did I just take them? I think I just
Yeah,
rolled. Yeah.
you rolled them. You
Okay,
rolled them.
great. Okay, so I'd like to move at least, I guess, twice. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
At least twice to get to that monster here. And I'll be by myself, but if I can get a third roll, can I do like 1, 2, 3? I would need 4 to have you, to use my power, my special ability for you to follow me. So I guess I'll just wait for you there, and I'll see that monster, what I can do with it. So I'll
Yeah, you
summon
wouldn't
a
be able to
purple
pick
die.
me up anyway, because then you would be moving into the poison tile, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
And you
that's the
don't
bad
want that.
idea.
So.
So I'm just summoning the purple die so that I'm not,
Okay.
just with a single combat die, and I'm
Yeah.
going to here. So that's 1 and
Yeah.
2. This shouldn't happen. Okay, well, in that case, I'm both
Mhm.
lucky and unlucky because a shield of 3 is really easy to beat, right? But this
Doable.
time it has 3 hearts, and
Hmm.
right now I only have 2 dice. There's no way for me to kill him at once because we're not going to keep track of the damages received by the monsters from one round to another one.
Okay.
So what I know is that it's even useless for me to roll any dice here now. I'm going to lose 2 HP off of this monster because I cannot kill it at all.
Right away. Yeah.
And this
Exactly.
is why you try not to be
But
too
you can
risky.
damage it, right? So.
I won't be able. I won't. When my turn is done, he will be back to
Mhm.
0. So it's kind of pointless for me to damage him right now,
Oh, you
because
have to kill him in one
exactly in
turn.
one sitting, I guess. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
I
this
thought
is
that
why
might
taking
be.
risks is funny, but at the end you still get beaten sometimes.
Right. Right. Right.
All right, and also this one can be pretty dangerous as well because, as you can see, once he's
Uh-huh.
defeated, there's actually an event happening. Events
Oh.
are like 50-50. Some of them are real bad, like the poison one we had, and the other ones are real good sometimes. There's no in
Hmm.
between, but still, you never know what you get. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, that was a poor decision by me to go by myself, but at least I can explain how to play the game and what the
Yeah. Yeah.
mistakes are you can do. I'm just trying
Of course.
to defend myself.
Yes. No. Perfectly makes sense.
All right, and then yeah, I'm done with my turn. I lost my 2 HP, did I? Yeah. I need to get some healing going on soon.
Indeed. All right. I'll roll the dice. There we go. Oh, that's a very low roll. Let's see. Well, at least it can move a lot.
Yeah,
So
if you want to meet me, you need at least 3, I guess. Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
three, but with three, oh, I do have the extra die from the mace,
Yeah,
so I
and
would have.
from me as well.
Oh yes, because you're there to
Yeah,
assist me, so that's 3 dice. I'll just not the green one, but
yeah,
one
you won't
from.
have the green one, but if you had though, this one is weak to it. So if we don't kill him now, next turn we can maybe try
Oh,
and get
it's
your
weak.
green die. Yeah.
It is weak to green. That's good. But I can re-roll any number of die. Well, not all of them. I'll put one in here because I want to move anyway.
Yeah. So just to be clear, you can only reroll the combat dice using your orbs.
Yeah,
You were speaking about the hero dice, but I think I didn't
the hero
mention this.
dice.
Yeah, and this one's the hero dice. You can only reroll once, one,
Hmm.
2, or 3 dice, depending on how many you saved from the initial
Yes,
roll. So
that's what I'm gonna do. So
6 is good for you
yeah,
when you get the mace.
I'm gonna let's see. I should have actually kept, but I wanted to. I wanted the six. So, but I can. Let's see. No, I can't do the range thing yet because I don't have the second phase unlocked. Um, let's see what I can do. So I can move one. I can move another one. Can't make it. That means I'm over here, and well, I guess I'm just gonna put this one here. But that doesn't. Yeah, it's no use, is it? If I go wait, one, two.
Yeah, if you don't have a third way to move, then the
Yeah,
other ones won't be useful. Yeah,
won't be useful. Well, at least I can grab one
extra
orb,
orb. Yeah,
so
definitely. Yeah.
that's something. And then, well, yeah, I mean the six would be either this or this. I could
In
ignore
that
any.
case, it won't be useful. Sometimes it happens. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
And obviously, you were just talking at the same time. Sorry, but you do have to assign the 4 dice and then start your turn. But
Hmm.
obviously, we're just explaining how it works. But
Yeah,
yeah, in
yeah,
that case, well, it's not that bad. You weren't able to meet me, but still, you got closer to me.
yeah.
All right, so I think that was your turn. Then that was
That
you.
was my turn.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, it's pretty. When you're once you get used to the rules, the turns are real fast actually, especially phase one. I'm going
Yep.
to do mine now. It's gonna be. Well, it's done. I can do this.
Two monsters and two treasuries.
Actually,
Ooh.
no, I can. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it here if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
Even here we can speak about it because again co-op game and so on. But I
Hmm.
think it sort of makes sense to put them here. And this is yeah. So there may be up to 4 loot cards here. I mean, if the monsters
If
do
they,
drop them.
if
Yeah.
the monsters also have food, yeah, exactly.
So that was me, and I don't know
Yeah,
how many tiles
I
you want to
slipped.
place. Okay, so it's
Little.
actually the first
Ah,
real
brambles.
thorns we get.
Yeah.
So maybe to explain real quick, if you do enter a tile with thorns on it, what you have to
Hmm.
do is just roll a die. So I'm just going to roll one random die. That's 3, and you just check the results here. This card will be called Thorns in the main version of the game, in the actual version of the game. So since I rolled a 3, in that case I would lose 2 HP. So basically your thorns are some kind of traps, as I mentioned earlier, I think I did. But every single time you step on thorns, you have to roll the die and see what happens. So as with most of the events in the game itself, the closer you are to 1 is usually the worst result you could get. And on thorns here, if you roll a 6, you get an event which might be good. But usually you really want to try to avoid stepping on thorns, basically.
Yeah.
All right, so that was me.
Still need
Okay.
to put it somewhere.
Yeah. Mm, was that me or
Oh,
you
that's my
who?
tile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
can't
mean,
remember. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. What's my second tile? So I'll just
Hmm.
put it here then. Yeah. So
All
that
right.
was the exploration phase.
Yeah, and just to remember that this here, right? So back to
Mhm.
phase 2 now.
Yep.
I'm just stealing your dice real quick.
Dealing my dice, exactly.
All right, so I rolled a 2, 4, 5, 6, which is really not too shabby.
Hmm.
I think I'm going to use the 6 because I kind of need the armor if I don't want to die.
Hmm.
I don't really need to move anywhere. I might want to have an extra die. So I'm
Yeah, the
using the
purple
4 and the
one.
5 for this.
Hmm.
And actually, no, I'm going to do this. And I'll
Yeah,
get an
exactly.
extra orb at the end of my turn, and it makes more sense. Okay,
Hmm.
so I do have the purple one, the regular one, the combat one. And whatever happens, I can avoid the first damage I would get. So actually, this is still no use. I could roll a double 5 and I would be happy with it, but I still have no extra dice. So I am just going to use my shield now to prevent
Hmm.
the 2 hit points I would lose.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to wait for you because I took a bad decision.
Yeah,
the
you
used to.
need to have the 3
Yeah,
combat dice at least. Yeah, so that's pretty tough. All right,
and there we are.
thanks.
Now it's your turn
All
to
right,
play.
yeah, let me see.
I wouldn't mind some help.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Let me roll these dice. There we go. So I need 1 movement at least.
Mhm.
So I just put 1 movement there. And then let's see. I have
If
1
you had
combat
had
dice.
your
I'll
power,
use that.
it would have been real good. Your second power, you could have helped me
Yeah,
back
exactly.
then,
From a
yeah,
distance.
with your
Yeah, I
bow.
know. I still don't have that unlocked. So let's see. Um, I kind of want to have a 6 again. So I only need the 1 movement to get to your tile.
Yep.
So I'm gonna just re-roll all of
Mhm.
these just to be sure, or at
That
least have a bigger
that you
chance.
possibly have a 6, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Oh, that's
if
a
you add up
low.
all dice, you do have a 6, but it doesn't work that way.
No, exactly. Oh, that's horrible. But I can still
Mhm.
use a couple of these because this is all higher to unlock the extra. And I'll just put this one in movement then,
Yeah,
even though
if we do
I'll
kill
probably.
it, maybe you can move
Yeah,
around
exactly.
afterwards, yeah.
I'll get the extra unlock die.
Mhm.
So 1 combat from myself, 1 combat from you, and 1 from the mace.
Yep,
That's still 4 dice,
yep.
so that's pretty good.
Mine I'm going
And,
to roll myself because it won't have the +1, since
oh,
I'm the one
yes,
rolling it, sorry.
exactly.
So yeah,
That's, yeah, true. You roll your own
what's
die.
it gonna
That's
be? I rolled a 6.
I just roll 3 ones.
Well,
Well,
technically, you could spend 1 orb to see if you can do better, and then the second one if you really want to be lucky, but because you have a
that's
total of 3 or 4 orbs, yeah, 3 orbs.
yeah. All right, come on. Does
I'm
this
on the
die?
right, the wrong one.
What? One again. What's this program doing?
Oh,
I still have 2 energy to spend. Technically, oh yeah.
yeah, what will you do though?
Uh,
You don't have to spend the 2 at the same time, right? Like you just said, you can try once to see if you
yeah,
can get one
I
of these.
need to roll 2 sixes now and spend both of my energy to kill it.
No, it's 3. It's got a shield of 3, so it's really easy. You need to roll 3 or
Oh,
plus, yeah.
oh
That's
yeah,
why the
that's
ones were funny because it's so easy to get over
right.
3, yeah.
I'll try then. I'll try. I mean, come on, you
Let
should
me
know.
place my 6 here so that
Yeah,
motivates your dice to
I'm
be
gonna
better.
use this die instead. This die. That die is going. That's good.
Which
And then I'll
4?
spend
Okay, yeah.
my last one on the green die. Come on, green die, be nice to me. 3.
3.
That's
That's enough. Actually, that's 4 against him because he's weak to the green dice, if I remember correctly.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
So definitely dead. Since you went ahead and saved me, just get the orb for you. You
Yeah,
deserved it.
I
And
spent a lot of orbs. Yeah, I'll move this one to 1.
and
Okay.
this one is discarded, but also before it's gone, there's an event, so you can
Yeah, because that has that
draw,
on the.
yeah, draw and read it out loud.
All right. So that says oh, no, it's an ambush. Draw 2 monster markers and place them on this tile.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Well, I'm not. Now I know I'm not playing co-op games with you anymore. All
Okay.
right, so that happens, right? So that's the obviously
Yeah.
the
So that
honestly
happened.
the worst ambush we could have,
And
but
since
oops.
we're there, we can flip them over right away. Exactly.
Exactly, yeah. If I can, wow, something's messed up.
Selected
Okay.
it. Oh,
So same here.
ghosts.
We check for the shields when there's more than one
Oh,
monster. This the one below has a shield of 3, so we'll just start by this one. And
the
actually,
lowest
let me
ones.
roll my die. You don't need to roll yours; it's already dead. So.
All right. Great.
All right, so +1 orb.
Yep.
Actually, maybe I'll take it if you don't mind, because I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind
Sure.
being level 2 in on next turn. Goes back in the pal, and as you can imagine, we'll see him again,
Yep.
even though we
Ghosty.
don't want to. And then the other one is a 5/2/2. She's resistant to purple, but weak to orange. Okay, 5, 2, and 2.
And you are purple. Ah,
Yeah,
it's
but I'm not rolling the
resistant.
purple dice now. The purple
No.
dice are.
Okay.
So if I roll my die, it's gonna be a 5. So
Oh,
I did my
nice.
part. And
Yeah.
you have
Okay.
2
Okay.
dice.
I have 2 dice because I have the mace.
Yeah.
Yay. All right. Just a 5 or a 6. Come on. There's a
Ooh.
6.
I was going to say both because I did roll 5, yeah. So, yeah, props to you. He's dead now.
We killed it, and we get
+2, or
+2.
yeah.
Let's
So get
just
them back, the
each.
ones. No, but you spent so much on me. I feel bad.
All right,
I feel
thanks.
like I'm using you, you know. All right, fair enough.
I've
Well,
I've redeemed myself.
yeah, exactly. And you gave me the opportunity to be like the nice guy saying, "You just get the orbs," you know. All right, so I believe you had saved. Yeah, you have 2 movement dice actually.
Two movements, yeah, exactly.
So if you want to try and die somewhere else than here, you can.
If you want to try and die somewhere else. I'm gonna go for the well over here. I'm just
Hmm.
gonna move there, so that's one movement,
Yep.
and see what that is. So we get, oh,
Oh, new
that's a
type of
snake
monster.
dude.
Yeah.
Got 4, so 4, 5, 6, a 50% chance of hitting it, but only
Hmm.
1 hit point, so that's good. Is weak to orange, not the orange player. It gets you a +1 and a loot if it dies, but you get poisoned
If you
if you,
lose. Yeah.
yeah, if you lose, and 2 damage. All right.
So all this is just a quick side note. All these are the again we're playing the standard mode, right? But
Yeah.
within the standard mode, there will also be ways to adjust like your your playthroughs. So like for instance, there's the rage card that is just a simple card, right? That gives you new rules for the monsters. They keep the same profiles, but they have one special ability, sort of like the ones we do have. And if you were to play against the snake that has the rage mode on, he would
Mm-hmm.
poison you no matter what if you do fight it,
Oh,
right? So, but
wow.
the other ones may be different. Like maybe what have we seen yet? The skeletons, right? You know the ones that looks like skeletons.
Yeah.
You would not be able to spend your orbs against them to reroll your combat dice. So this is just some of the ways to adjust the difficulty of the game, so that you can
Right.
either play with younger players or have a sort of more gay, hardcore
Experienced.
experience. Yeah,
Yeah,
if you want to.
exactly. All right. And I actually forgot that I had unlocked the green die
Yeah,
for
you
the
still have it.
entire.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So I could have actually used it on that guy as well earlier, but we rolled a
indeed,
6.
indeed. Yeah.
But
Uh,
since we're here now, I need to roll just one
just 4 now.
4
Just don't
or
mess up because
more.
it hits 2 and has poison.
Yeah, don't jinx it. Oh, you've got a 4.
Yeah.
Phew.
Well,
So
that's
that's
good.
one damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one
So
orb, one chest.
yeah, this one goes away.
Yeah.
And onto the discard pile,
Hmm.
I get a chest. Flip it over. That's a
Ooh.
purple staff. And all right, what does that do? You see,
I'm leaving you
add a
read.
purple
Yeah.
power die to your dice pool for this combat.
So what that means is that,
When I flip the card.
yeah, exactly. Even though you're
Yeah.
not the purple player, you can still grab the purple die, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why you could play like solo and so on.
Mm-hmm.
And indeed, this is some questions that sometimes pop up. So I'm just gonna answer right now. It wouldn't make no sense. Well, it would still make sense for me to have it because I could then get the purple die without sacrificing, so to speak, 2 dice for my turn, right?
Yeah.
Just so you know, if you were asking the question, the purple guy can use the purple staff and so on.
Yeah.
It's not totally useless.
But since there is only one purple die in the game, it would also make sense that if the purple player has the purple staff
They would not
and
summon, yeah.
already unlocked the purple die with the 2 action dice,
Hmm.
they can't add another
Exactly,
purple
yeah.
die by putting card. Yeah,
Exactly, yeah.
okay.
You got it.
Makes
100%.
sense. So now I've defeated this monster at the well. What happens with those crystals at the
Which
well?
crystal, sorry? Oh yeah, sorry. I wasn't because I can see your screen. I'm only seeing mine.
Yeah.
So what you can do now is choose between one of these two, and then you can reveal it, and then it's going to
Oh,
give you a small
oh,
bonus now. So you didn't
okay.
do all this
Well,
for nothing.
I'll take the left one. I'll flip that over.
Which one is it gonna be? +3, yeah.
It's plus
That's the
3.
best you could have found, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So just
One,
to remember
3.
that you already went and saw the well, we're going to leave this here somewhere on your mark on your
Oh yeah.
board,
Sure.
and then it means that if I get there, I can get the other one, but that's it.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you're playing like 3 players, there would be 3 markers. So
Yes. And then I still have one movement left, so I can also just
get
move
back,
back.
yeah.
There we go.
And we're
So now
playing,
I can.
we're playing like conservatively good,
Yeah.
like within a group, but it's good because I have my power to sometimes allow you to move around, and then as soon as you're level 2, maybe you can help me out with this.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
arrows,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna spend 5 energy
Yeah.
orbs and unlock my full potential. So now I can
Great.
help you fight these monsters from where I'm standing
Yeah.
next time.
So
And
I
that is
believe
my
that
turn.
was that was your turn. So we're back to
Yep.
phase 1. The usually have around 24 styles when you play the game, so we're a good halfway there.
Yeah.
So I just picked a dead end with 2 monsters. Honestly, if it were just me, I would place it here.
Yeah.
Because I usually try to avoid the thorns when I can, or leave some room here for some other thorns, so that we still we know that we don't have to go there, or just put it here maybe. What
Yeah.
would you do?
I
Is
mean,
that
we're looking for the boss in the
yeah?
end, right? So just put it over there,
hmm
and we don't need to go there.
The boss will pop within one of the last 3 tiles in the standard mode. And obviously, if you're playing the missions, since missions have different objectives than the standard game, even if you do find a boss, that could be on turn 5, for instance, within the missions, well, you can fight it and so on. You will get extra loot, but you won't win the game just because you killed the boss, right? So it changes the whole thing. So
Cool.
sometimes you can find a boss on maybe on turn 1 if you're really unlucky, but the game will help you in that case. Okay, so that was me. That was my tile. Sorry, that's yours now to
Yeah.
place.
Okay.
And you
All
just
right.
have a plain T-shaped one.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna put that. Let's see. Do I want to? I might want to put that here.
Trying to zoom in a bit to see some details on the tiles.
Yep. And then the second one is what's that? That's interesting.
Oh, that's such a bummer. I didn't update this. It actually looks real better than this.
Okay.
We have you have just found found the trader tile.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like
The actual
a
name is going to be
merchant
the
with
peddler,
a
actually. Yeah.
peddler. Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
And
Yeah.
so there would be, it would be too long for me to open the box and so on and show. I'll send you some asset if you want to add it on screen.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's actually a good-looking merchant's card,
Cool.
peddler's card. And what he does is that, well, first of all, he says hi, and then he offers you 3 items that you can buy if you want. If you don't buy them right away, they will still be available until the end of the game. And it's 3 orbs each. So, and you don't you randomly draw them and then you place them face up, right? So I should just do it when we
All right,
get
cool.
there on the tile.
All right. So I will place
Do you have any
that
orbs
one.
left? 1, 2 you have, and I have 3. Okay.
I'm gonna put it here, I think, so that if we defeat this guy and get to the peddler, or yeah, I was thinking, we could turn back and then go north, or I could put it here to
Yep.
have it on a safe.
I like it better,
route.
to be honest, because we might have to roll for thorns at least twice if we go there and back.
Oh, that's true. It has thorns. Yeah.
So
All
that's less risky, I guess.
Put it there. Yeah.
All right, good.
So then we draw 3, or we draw them when we
It's
get
when
there,
we're
right?
going to enter, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so back to phase 1, phase 2, sorry. So adventure phase is on. I'm rolling my 4 dice. Let me just check real quick where I'm. So are we going up after this? Because I won't have enough to buy some stuff. I need to unlock my first power, so I'll be at 0
we'll go
orbs.
north with the guys with the loot.
So if I could get a 5, that would be awesome. 5 or plus. I need at least 1 to move around, so I'm going to reroll the whole. Just go baboon. Alright, I have a 6.
Cool.
I'd rather have you with me than have my armor. That's how much I value you. But also it's an extra die. Don't get your hopes too high.
I have the mace, yeah, exactly.
Alright, so I can... Actually, that's exactly what I wanted to do. So I can move up. Move north, if you will. I'm guessing you're following me. I hope so.
Yeah.
I have my purple die, the combat one. And actually, before I do all this, I spend 3 orbs and now have my first power unlocked, which is
nice.
I can now reroll one of my chosen combat dice during combats without spending an orb, that is. Okay, so let's see who hides here. What's going on? It's like one of these games, you move one thing and 2 things move.
when selected. Yeah.
Yeah. So 5-1. Ooh, it's
Okay.
actually weak to the purple die, so I was
Oh.
quite fortunate to do this. And he would grant me 2 orbs if I kill him. Grant us in that case. So I'm just gonna roll these. I have a 3 and a 4. So
But you get
+1, yeah. So I have 1 hit.
you get +1 on the purple one,
Yep.
but you can also re-roll one chosen combat die, so you can roll the
I
3.
could, but I was waiting you for your skills to match me in combat.
I have
No.
full confidence in you. And
Okay, so in that case, I just beat him. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
That was 2 orbs. So let's grab 1 orb each, maybe. No, you
Sure.
have unlocked your second power now.
I have. Yeah,
Maybe I should
you
grab
get them.
them. Yeah,
You
if you
get
don't
them.
mind. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can unlock the second one as well. Yeah.
Okay. But so far so good. I mean, we're kind of gearing up. I should get some more loot, but as you can imagine, you need some bit of loot and leveling up to do before you get to meet the boss.
Yep.
But we're getting there. It's quite good. So now I think my turn is done because this has
Yeah.
been used. This, and I can just pass around the dice, and then you get to play your turn.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Let's go. Roll the dice. 1s and 2s again. Let's see. Well, I don't need to. Oh, well, I do need to move if I want to attack those guys. So I need at least 1 movement. So I'll just take 1 and put that over there. Let's see. Are there any brambles over there? I don't think so. No thorns ahead.
It should be good.
So I don't need to put anything in there. Not that I can right now. I'll just roll these 3 again. I get 6s. I'll definitely put a 6 in here. All my combat dice get a +1. And then I will put these 2 on the green one. So I get the green die as well. So then I will use my movement to move north. So there I go. I will reveal.
Let's see what happens from now.
The ghost again.
Yeah.
And
maybe another one? Nope.
And one of those skeletons.
Okay.
2 health, 4+.
Resistant to green. The
So
guy on
means...
the right is resistant to green, so it's -1 to your rolls. But you have to fight against the left one first anyway. So
the left one first. So I get my standard die, my mace die, and my green die. That's 3. Roll them. My combat dice are +1, so that's only the black ones, right?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. 4 and 4 and 5 in that case, indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, because the green one does not get the +1.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a power die. Yeah.
Power die. Okay, not a combat die. So right. So that's a 5 and a 4, but that's enough.
Definitely.
For this guy, definitely, because
1 orb, and then shuffling back.
Yeah. So if you want to shuffle that guy back into the deck, I'll grab an orb.
And same thing with these dudes, actually. If you're playing with the Rage mode on, they don't act the same way. Maybe they'll come back in a different way or something like this. I don't want to spoil too much, but it allows for more like replay value once you know the monsters and so on to add some more difficulty. Yeah. All right, so
now,
that was
second combat.
That was easy for me.
I've got a 6 and a 5 and a 4 because of the +1.
Yeah, so that's totally okay for you. You just killed it.
That's plenty. And I get a +1 orb and a loot treasure.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, let me grab.
So the loot will be here. Just so you know, you only have 3 spots here. So since there are 2 left, either you can leave them for me if you're nice, or you can decide to discard one of the ones you already have equipped and replace it with a new one. It's funny because you get the best loot, but the worst dice, right? Dice rolls. Because this one, I'm going to pop it on screen. Add 2 combat dice to your dice pool for this combat. They do get the +1 if you use it. So like if you're facing the boss and you have your mace, your broken sword, because you have as many arms as you want, basically virtually. It can be pretty useful, right? 2 extra dice, but these will only be used once in the whole game, and then you have to discard the broken sword.
Oh, it says that it's discarded afterwards. Yeah.
Otherwise, it would be so strong.
Well, I'll just grab this. Yeah, it would be overpowered. I'll just grab this and leave the other ones to you, so you can pick up those. Otherwise,
when
they
I get
will
to play,
wasted.
Let me make some extra room in here if we need to.
And I guess that was my turn. So that was pretty fruitful.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So phase one. Ooh. Okay, so this is a teleporter tile.
Ah.
So if I get there and I spend one orb, I have to spend one orb. I actually get back to the starting tile, at least in the
Ah.
standard mode. So
Oh, yes.
this only works one way, by the way.
Oh.
So well, the thing is sometimes it's actually could be pretty useful here, but it's
Yeah,
not
just
like we still have options here. So
I would just put it where we're going,
well, I
because
was
we're
gonna say
exploring
let's
ahead.
pretend for some reason we get stuck in here.
Hmm.
It won't happen, but anyways, it might have. Oh no, because I can't. Okay, I have to place it here. You're right.
Well, you can. Oh no, you can't put it there. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I would rotate it like that
Yeah,
because
that's what I was thinking. Can I get myself stuck here? I think not, but anyways. I'm
oh, yeah,
pretending
I
because I
do.
know exactly how many tiles there are in the game, but still, you know. All
Yeah,
right, so
yeah,
that's yeah, up to you now to add
yeah.
some tiles.
All right, I'll grab the first one, which is a intersection with brambles. I'll
Yeah,
put that here,
makes sense.
or maybe here. I don't want brambles. It's pretty useless
As
to
you
us.
wish, yeah. It's
And
always
then
easy at this phase. You just put them where you want, but
another
uh,
brambles.
I've seen
Yay!
some games where they put all the brambles, the thorns at the same place, and then they have to go through them because the boss can only spawn at the end of the
Oh,
corridor, you know.
that's
So
right. Yeah.
it's funny too, yeah.
So, but can't you place the tile with the boss anywhere you want?
Well, during phase one, sort of, but you know, the more you play, the less options you have to place the boss. So sometimes you have your dead ends and so on, and your
Oh.
T-shaped are all full, and then you have like 2 spots or 3 spots left to put your your boss style on, and then
Mm,
you're like, okay, so it's going to have to be after the 4 tiles of thorns, for instance.
okay.
So yeah.
But we
Uh,
still have an exit here and here and
oh,
here. Well,
definitely.
there's
So
also
yeah,
thorns. We have options.
we've been good with the
All right.
randomizer of the tiles. So
Yes.
you've placed one or no 2 tiles, have
Two
you?
tiles, so you can go
Yeah,
ahead and do your main action.
yeah. All right, so that's 1, 2, 4, and 5. I always get pretty decent rolls, I guess. Hmm. I only need. Actually, you know what? I think I'm just gonna keep the whole dice roll
Oh,
and do like this. No, no,
you
no,
can't
maybe
put the
not. Oh,
4 on your movement, right? You need
no,
to
no, I
put
can't. Sorry, did I? Oh, I
that
thought
was
it was.
that was a 2. Yeah.
Because
You can
sometimes.
re-roll it.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, it's a 5.
that's
It's still okay.
yeah,
You get to move twice, but I can do this.
yeah. Pick up the
It's
loot.
still gonna be a good turn for me because
Exactly.
I still don't have any loot.
Look what I
So
found for you.
so a tough armor means the
Oh,
English might be
nice.
broken here, but uh, yeah, if I receive like a 2 from a sword, I only lose 1 basically. And again, if you're picking up the video right now and just browsing through the video, the English will be done by a professional when the game is
Okay.
released. And blue crystals, this is one card that I'm going to use right now. I am discarding it to gain 2 extra orbs.
Okay. Cool.
That's cool. So I am now here, and now that I have a card, I'm going to use it to hide the power that I don't have unlocked yet.
So, yeah.
All right,
Cool.
that was
So
me,
then
I
we
guess.
remove
No, you can still
these.
follow me with my second move because I had the 5+ on.
Yeah, sure. I'll
It
come
just
along.
saves you one
Movement.
die to move, sorry, and then
Yep.
one extra orb at the end of my turn, and then I do it now? Yes. I'm going to
Unlock
unlock
it.
the whole
Yes.
thing, so now it's done. It makes sense with this character to do it now, just for maybe a small tip, because you know this my powers allow me to reroll my dice. But like, let's pretend you're any other player. Sometimes you might want to wait until the next turn begins because you could use these orbs to reroll in a
All right.
fight before leveling up and so on. Just a matter of timing, basically. But
Mm-hmm.
in this case, I'm using Clethor, and again, his second power is I can reroll all my combat dice in a roll, but just once per combat. So if I
Yep.
roll 2 combat dice, I get to reroll them.
Yep.
And that's it. That's it for me. Back to you.
Yes.
Well,
Cool.
with my card for some reason.
Yeah, because it was still
That's it.
selected.
Yeah.
All right. I'll select these and reroll. Aha.
Aha.
Aha. That's not bad. Well, let's see. Where do I want to go? I just want to go and explore a lot. So, let's see. 1, 2 movement. If I can get 2 movement, I can just, bravely dash into a next unexplored tile.
Mhm.
And if there are monsters, I can ignore brambles or thorns, I should say, and
Yes.
get some extra power for my combat dice. So that's what I'm
Sounds
going to
good.
do. I'm gonna go south. Actually, I'm gonna use 1 movement die
Mhm.
to go south, or at least, yeah. I mean, why
Okay.
not? And that is
A
what's that? An
lair tile.
event and a
Uh,
lair. Oh,
so lairs are um, they are. Oh, sorry, I lost the English word for this. What I want to say is that the lairs are a mini expansion that will come within the game, included for free in the game. I am sorry,
okay,
I don't
cool.
have it on tabletop yet because it's not at all in English yet.
Okay,
But then when we're done, I can explain to you, and if you want to showcase them in your video, then you can tell about them. I'll send
okay,
some graphic files, but that's sort of like a way to do some mini quests on the side. You actually enter the layer, and it's on a bigger format, bigger size card, and it's pretty fun. It's sort of like events that you have to go through, at least 2 to 3 events per layer, and then if you do get to the end of the layer, you get some extra bonus at the end,
oh, cool.
or
So
you
it's
lose
like on a
extra health.
pre-printed map.
It's not a map, so to speak. It's more like written text,
Okay,
sort of like choose your own adventure style text, you know. But
nice.
it
Yeah,
gives you more immersion, and it adds like 10 minutes to the game, anyways. Because now you're learning about the game, and this is your first game, and it's on tabletop, blah blah blah. It's a lot of things to say, but usually a
yeah,
standard game, if you're used to the rules and so on, it's like 35, 40 minutes, you're done. So
yeah, yeah.
as you can imagine, it's
Okay,
just 1 or 2 seconds to add the tiles, and then 1 minute per turn. So.
okay. Well, let's see what the event is then.
Mhm.
The event is the
Ooh.
dead rise again. Get all the living dead monsters from the discard pile and place each one of them on a tile with a rune.
Yeah.
Okay.
Funny thing is that we haven't killed that many monsters, but out of them,
Most of them were,
three.
well,
Yeah.
4 of them, three of them were
So,
undead.
we're on phase 2. Sorry.
With the runes. So we've got, well, we could just place one. Oh,
But did you?
I
Oh,
moved here, of course.
sorry. I was focusing on the monsters themselves, but oh no, you just entered the tire. Sorry, because you explored. Sorry.
I did, yes.
Yeah. So what you have to do now is to try and find all the runes. So that's one,
Hmm?
another one, and then you are the active player, right? So you get to
Yeah,
decide where we place them, which is
which one?
still good because
So
at
let's
least
see.
we can
2
choose.
damage.
Yeah.
I'm adjacent, so I can help you. So I think we should put this one here. He has 3 hit points,
Yeah.
but it's easier to hit with a
Hmm.
3. And I can
Definitely.
help
Yeah.
you from an adjacent tile,
Hmm.
so I could shoot. So we'll take care of that one together.
And also, maybe you don't know that, but there might be another event if we do win the fight, and we've covered most of the real negative ones. So
Okay, good. It's good to have the
hopefully.
designer playing with you, yeah. And the other ones are 5 and 2 and 4 and 2. So let's see, and there are runes
I would say definitely
here,
not there.
not
And
there
also,
because
it's
it's
not free.
already.
It should say free room, by the way.
So
I don't know
just
if it
these
says.
2 right in the middle. So I'll put
Yeah.
um, well, I'll put this one here because we can always warp back and just
Definitely,
ignore
yeah.
this guy and put that one
Hmm.
there. We could just technically bypass them altogether.
Yeah. But this one isn't too far away, and if we do get back here, at least we get 1 extra loot. So.
That's true, if we
Hmm.
need it, yeah. Okay. So those are the months. That was my first movement.
A lot of things
quite
happened.
quite eventful, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
The
But
forest is
now
treacherous.
if I do want to move on, that means I can't help you anymore with the ranged combat. So
Yep.
I think I'll just move back.
Hmm.
I'll use this die. Oh, there we go.
To get
To
back up, you mean,
move,
with me?
yes,
Hmm.
and we'll just take this guy on together.
Yeah.
So that means, let's see, I've got the
One,
mace and the
two
oh
for
no,
the
the broken
mace.
sword. I want to keep the
Yeah.
broken swords. So the 2 for the mace,
Hmm.
and you
Mine
get
is
to roll
here.
1 die as well.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'll roll these 2. I do get a +1 on all of my
Hmm.
combat dice.
5.
Oh, look at that! That's 2 sixes.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
So you just need to roll. Oh, you
There's
got a
going to be
5.
one event. Yeah, I rolled a 5, so he's definitely dead. Yeah,
And then we get an event. So
yeah.
draw an event.
And you can get
Flip
the
it
orb.
over.
I'm
I
curious.
get. Okay,
Oh,
thanks.
okay.
I found mushrooms. Would you like to eat them? If so, roll a die. 1 is poison. 2 is -1. 3 is +1 health. 4 is +2. So basically, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is all good. We get energy
So it's
or
all
health.
good except maybe poison and -1 health points.
Where's my health cube? My health cube is gone.
Oh, it's gone.
I think I was at 4 because I took 1 damage
Just
from.
take Shavi's one. There you
Yeah.
are. She's not
Yeah, I
playing
think
anyways.
I
Oh,
wasn't at
that's fine.
full health. I was at 4, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So, but I'm the active player, so it's up to me. I can't let you eat the mushrooms, right?
No, unfortunately not, yeah.
I don't know. I don't actually need it that much right now.
No.
So
You can
I don't
discard
know.
it, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really want to risk it. So I'm just gonna discard because my luck might, because that's gonna be a regular die, right? So
I should
not.
add if you don't do it, you hear a disappointing boo from the forest creatures.
But
All right,
the
so
question is, which kind of die do I roll? Not a
it
combat die,
it's
or
just
is it?
it's not named because it's any die. You find any six-sided die.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case,
Well,
it's sort of like a combat die, but it doesn't apply the effects of a combat die that you can reroll with your orbs and so on. That's what I mean. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Because I get a +1 on the black dice, on the
Yeah,
combat
I
dice.
understand. I understand.
But that's that. Okay,
That's a
so yeah.
pretty good question.
Otherwise, I would have done it. Otherwise, I would have risked
I
it.
understand.
But
Yeah.
all right, so that is my second movement,
Mhm.
and that's it for my turn then, because there's nothing else I can do.
Yep.
So that
Still,
means we're
still
back
a
to
good
the
turn. Yeah.
back to the exploration
Yeah,
phase. You
so
get to
there's
draw
only
first.
5 tiles left. Oh, cool, the
Ooh.
campfire. Almost forgot it was coming because I think I still need to heal myself. Yeah, I'm on 2 HP out of 5.
Oh,
So
cool.
the campfire is another special tile, and if you sort of like stop your turn on, if you stop moving here, if it's your last move of the turn, and you get on this tile, you get your full health back.
Oh, nice. You could
So
put
yeah,
it in the
I
corner
think I'm
there.
just gonna do it. Yeah, but it's sort of like cuts away, but at least it's real close from us. So.
Yep.
Yep. And
Nice.
it's not like I wasn't gonna say depleted after use. It's still
Oh,
usable, yeah.
it's just it stays there. Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
but it's only in this spot, so. But
We can
honestly,
regain our
yeah,
souls.
we're lucky. All right, so that was me for the exploration phase, and you can explore now yourself.
Yep. Right. Let me draw a tile. That is a
Mhm.
cross section with a monster. I'll just put that over here. Oop. And then the second one, flip, is not the boss.
Just a simple guy, yeah.
I'll put that one over there so we can have more options
Okay.
going back to the
And another
right.
rune just in case. All right. Well,
One
sounds good.
monster is here,
Yeah, I forgot to
and
do it.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I gotcha.
Okay then. Well, let me roll mine. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. Where am I going?
At least one movement, and
So you've covered that even, so I can go through here safely. It's the same length, but anyways. I'm going to use a 2 and a 4 or whatever, yeah. And I'm going to reroll these 2 and hopefully, yeah, get
hey,
this and then
you can
this.
take me along. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess you're coming with me then?
Yes, I mean if I can heal up.
Yeah. So I'm fully healed.
Yep, and I will heal as well. We have a nice campfire. Some nice
Uh,
crispy bacon and fresh tomatoes.
yeah, sounds zooming in. We need to light it up though. All right then, I guess that was my turn. At the end of my turn, I'm gaining 1 orb. And as you can see, just to give out some more details, again, we're playing the standard mode, but what I was going to say is that we have no like timer pressure, whatever in this mode, but obviously in the missions you do have some timers because otherwise you would just be able to roam around the forest forever, and then you won't be able to do this. So the more family-friendly version of the game is definitely the standard one, because the more you add missions, the more you play, special rules add up and so on. But still, I'm just mentioning now that as soon as the boss is revealed, meaning someone is on the tile, a timer still sets up, right? There's no way we can just reveal the boss and then continue running
All
around
right.
in the forest, and then
You need to get there and kill it. All
exactly, yeah.
right. All right.
Just so that
Then
no bad surprises.
I'll roll my dice. Let's see. I want to explore, and there's also a monster to fight, so that's 1, 2 at least. So I'll keep the 2s for movement. I kind of want to try and get a +1 again on my dice, so I'll re-roll these 2. This one's that's even worse. Well, I can use them at least to get the green die.
Yep.
So that's good. Then I'll have 3 dice to
I
roll.
don't remember if I used it anyways. Maybe
I'll
I said
move.
something that I didn't do, that take an extra orb back then, but it's okay.
Okay. What
do
we get? We get the plant dude again. So he's got 4, so I need to do 4, 5, or 6, but only 1 hit point, so that's good.
Weak to green also, yeah.
Weak to green, and I'm green, right? Yay! That's great. All right, then I will roll my 3 dice here. Go. There's a 6.
Good.
And basically a 3, but that's enough already because he only has the 1 hit point, so he's gone.
1 orb and then 1 event.
Get an orb and an event. So let me just add an orb to my
event ones are sometimes annoying because the monster itself is really easy to kill sometimes, but what follows up can be
is worse.
Oh,
I get a trader.
Another trader.
Draw 2 cards. You can buy each one for 3. Then discard this card. Ooh. I should have given you something when we were at the campfire, actually.
But I'm full now. I think. Am I not?
No, you still have 2 spots left. So I should have. But I, of course, didn't know what's going to happen.
Well, to be fair, the leather armor is quite a good one because you can ignore the thorns, but you could do it with a 5+ if needed. That's and I'm kind of okay. The axe, though, especially if you get it, yes. The answer to your question is yes. You can add up your 2 + 1s. It's the kind of best combo you can do with Celia. So in that case, you have +1. And another +1 with your 6 on your mace, possibly broken sword and so on. So this is why I was saying, like, you're not 100% fighter or ranger, or you can still adapt. Like, for instance, just to mention it real quick, Bethras here, the frog, we haven't mentioned it. 5+ can discard like poison and so on for you. Like, I can heal you from a poison, but any 6 that is placed here on the 6 is +1 combat die for the turn only. For the combat, I mean. So you could roll and have 3 6s here, just move once and roll 3.
Because he's got unlimited.
Yeah. So there are nice. Different ways to play them and different synergies if you play with different characters and so.
Yeah. Nice. Well, I guess I will. This is getting discarded, and I spent 3 for 1 card. So I'm gonna buy the axe.
And you're going to get rid of which one? Because you don't have any more.
I know. I'm gonna get rid of the purple staff.
Okay.
Because that's 1 die. This is a permanent 1 die.
Yeah.
And I still think I don't need the broken sword for the boss, so those 2 will get discarded.
Great. Okay, so I think that was your turn.
And that was my turn. Yeah. So we get to explore
phase
again.
1. Is it gonna? Nope. Not yet. So I would suggest, now that we know what's going to come here, doing this.
Oh boy. Okay.
And then
can we still put something up there?
Well, if you, I'm going to have an add-on for the huge table. Just kidding. No, you would be able to, yeah. But in that case, we know that there's only 1 tile left, and we can place it here. So now it's your turn to place. And oh, what a surprise! It's going to be a boss.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
It's here, yeah.
I think I might need to move just the whole thing down a bit, so I'm just going to do that.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Case.
Oh, I thought you were going to place it here and not on top, just for us to save some movement, because after this, there's no more tiles, yeah.
See what it is? This is the boss.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to put that there. Oh, it's the last one. I thought that was just a couple.
Yeah, it is the last one in that case. It's always one of the last 3 tiles. Just so you know, again, why is there a loot here on this tile? Because if you're playing the missions, then it's another one. You're revealing the boss too soon, but it's okay.
Okay. Sorry.
It's don't worry.
Because we haven't gone there yet.
Exactly, yeah. And we are placing 1 monster here because
and
there's
a monster
also
as well.
We'll have to fight it first. Not forcefully defeat it first, but at least fight it first, and then we'll be able to attack the boss.
Because the monster is always going to be weaker than the
Yeah,
boss.
exactly. Yeah, and they're like sort of trying to protect
Protect it. Yeah.
their masters.
So,
All right,
okay.
so
Well, go ahead and roll your dice.
Oh, sorry. There we are. So I need at least, because when you're playing Clethor, it's always good if you can to enter the tile with at least one ally, you know, so that you don't get there by yourself. But I
But
would
I'm
need,
adjacent, so I can still help you fight
yeah.
on the adjacent tile.
But I still need at least a second one that's below. That's below
That's true.
3, so
Yeah. Oh,
6,
there's a
5,
2.
and
Oh,
2.
that's perfect. You can get the shield.
Yeah, but I need 3, don't I? 1, 2, 3. I need
Oh, you do.
that's
Yeah.
not that perfect.
Not that perfect.
I could still get an extra orb at the end of my turn and do this to get you closer.
Yeah.
Not so bad. That's 1 and 2. Oh, actually, no, you're still here.
It's the same tile. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, at least I get the extra orb, and this one I'm going to use it because I think I forgot to do it next previous turn. And then yeah, that's it.
You know what? Oh, since we're on the same tile, can we still exchange things right
So
now?
only the active player can give items, so you're going to be
that's
able
me.
to do it in a second. Yeah. It's just to prevent that, for instance, you use the mace and then you give it to me, which I use back, and then I give it back to you, you know, that sort of jazz.
All right.
And it makes it easier to track everything, yeah.
Yeah. So you do that on your active turn at the beginning of
As
the
long
turn,
as you're
right?
in the same tile, you could be playing, move, see me, give me something, and keep you playing. But now you're going to roll your 4 hero dice, and then as soon as it's done, you can basically give the item to me.
All right. So let me roll. Oh, that is not so good. I only need one movement, but I'll re-roll some of them. So I'll put this one on the movement spot. And let's hope for, well, at least 1/6, right? And yeah, the other ones don't matter. Just 1/6. Come on. Oh no. I could spend an orb. No, that's for combat dice, right? The orb.
Yeah, only for combat dice, yeah.
Well, I guess I won't have the +1, but I'm still gonna go in. So I'm gonna use. I could put this one in movement actually, and move back afterwards. Can I move back?
No, that's the thing though. You can move back if there are only monsters. In that case, they just attack once again.
Yeah.
But if a boss will have you blocked in their tower.
All right. So movement is, yeah, okay. Well, I'll just do this and have the green die unlocked. And so I'll spend 1 movement to enter the boss tile. We reveal this guy. Do I reveal the boss now or after we?
Yeah, you can reveal him.
Okay.
It's pretty good to finish with a spirit of
With a ghost, yeah. It's
we
just
have
a small
the skeleton boss here. All right, so
skeleton boss.
let
Or
explanation
help.
time real quick. So
Yeah.
you double click on it again, you have it on full screen. So by the way, these aren't the final boss cards. I'm missing some icons here where there are blue spots, but anyways, you still get the main rule. So what doesn't change is that you have a value. We have a shield, hearts, and then sword, right? We know all this. Same goes for the win and loss icons.
Yep.
So 2 new things. You have like a combat skill, the white bar on the right side. Basically, the bosses will sort of like change a bit from one turn to another one. So if it's my turn to fight this guy, if I'm the active player, I'm going to roll a die, anyone, random die, and see what happens. If I roll a 6, for instance, instead of having a defense of 4, it's going to be 5. Or if I roll, I don't know, 3, this one is going to be weak to green, so that's cool, right? But the boss, let's pretend the boss is still alive at the end of my turn. You get to fight it now, and you have to roll again. So in this case, maybe he will spawn more monsters to help him out and so on. Yeah. And just real quick, I can show you maybe something else, another example. In that case, this one would totally be immune to, if he rolls 2, 3, 4, or 5, immune to one of the colors, which would render your power dice totally useless. So
Yeah.
that's the first thing that we're adding. And the second one, sorry, is the I don't know how it's going to be translated, orb track, I guess. And this is sort of like a timer, a threat timer. So now that it has spawned, I need a blue cube somewhere because the other one has gone missing. I am putting this on spot 1.
Yep.
Let me just discard this. And what happens is that at the end of my turn, if he's still alive, this blue cube will go 1 space to the right. At the end of your turn as well, and at the end of each rounds. And as soon as that bar is full, well, the game is lost because the threat level of the boss is too high, right? So, and again, this is not the final version of the bosses, so some of them have been rebalanced and will be rebalanced, and also some other icons will be here. As you can imagine, it's stuff like if they hit mid life, they will declare additional attacks and so on, or spawn more monsters to hurt themselves and so on. But at least it gives you a good idea of what you can find here. And as you can imagine, there are 5 types of monsters in the game, spirits, mushroom, and so on, and there are 5 bosses at least.
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, that's it for the quick explanation, I guess.
Yep.
You are here now, and you have to fight at least the spirit for now.
Yep. I just need 1 hit over 4 or higher. I got more dice now because I have the axe.
Yeah.
My axe. So I've got the standard die, the axe, the mace, and the green one.
Oh no, just to be clear, the axe is exactly the same as your 6 special ability. It's +1 bonus to your result.
That's what it does.
This is what I was saying. You can combine these two, which makes it even stronger.
Cool. Right. All right. I'll roll these. So I get 2 4s. That's easy. That's
totally gone. So you win 1 orb.
I get 1 orb. Add that to my pool. Blue. All right. Now I'll try and fight the boss. So, but I need to do 4 damage, and I only have 3 dice.
Yep. So you won't.
So I won't be able. So well, unless I use the broken sword.
Unless you do, but you could also maybe wait for me to lose, then back to you. You know, we have to try and prepare for this. You could try.
Yeah.
Honestly, I believe in you. I trust you.
Well, on the other hand, if you're with me, then that's another extra die.
Yeah.
And you don't have any. No, that's armor that you have. Well, at least and you could possibly add the purple die as well. So.
Oh, there is your red cube. It's on my card for some reason.
Oh, okay.
I could add the purple die, but then you won't have the broken sword. But then, when it's your turn to play again, you'll have the broken sword, mace, axe, my combat dice.
Exactly. Yeah. So let's wait for that then. Well, I can't move out anyway, so this is all.
So, what happens is that you lose 2 orbs, since
he hits me, right?
The fight is lost, and then
and I take.
He gains 1 orb, And also, just in case, you can roll now a die, because even though you're not fighting him, you still have to see what happens. Maybe he'll spawn 1 more monster,
So, hang on a second.
Yeah.
I can spend orbs to re-roll my combat dice, right?
Yeah, but he steals your orbs.
Yeah, I know, but just say I was still in combat and I had decided to.
Oh, you could definitely try with your broken sword. You just won't have it in 2 turns. You could try, yeah. That's what I was saying. I believe in you.
I got 4. Yeah, I forgot about the
4 ways to reroll, yeah. And also, as you can see, the way the bosses are designed is that they still the more time you spend with them, the less you're possibly going to win, because they're going to steal your orbs at each turn. So
that's okay. So
let's rewind. Just roll 1 boss die for me so that we know what happens with him for the turn.
All right.
And don't roll a 1, please. Or 5 or 6. Sorry. It's a 5. So he's weak to the orange one, which you're not using anyway. So
that's fine. Okay, all right, so then I discard my broken sword.
Yeah, so that's
I
1 and 2 dice.
Regular dice. It's 1, 2, so I get 5 dice. That's okay. 5 dice.
5 dice is not too bad.
Plus a +1 bonus to all the black ones, the combat dice. And I also, that's it. And I get some cubes as well to spend and I hit it with a 4 or higher. So
Yeah.
that's 3 hits, and I just need one more, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Yes. Ooh.
If you could one-shot it, that would be good. I mean,
Yeah, this is actually five,
sort
six,
of a
six. So yeah.
one-shot, yeah.
So let's. I'll spend 1 cube to re-roll this black die
Yeah.
because that
And
gets
you can do it so many times, yeah.
that's
Oof.
2. Re-roll it again. Come on. Yes, because
4.
that's the
Good.
5 technically.
Pretty sure he wouldn't be dead in the updated version because he's got at least 1 extra HP. But anyways,
Really? Okay.
yeah, and also this we've added some things like scaling for the amount of players against the bosses and so on. But yeah,
Okay.
in your case that was pretty good. You had the good
Yeah.
gear.
Okay.
Uh, Real quick though, if you want to have a look at what we have missed, because
Yeah.
we're here to showcase some of the components. Of course, you have the
Exactly.
other staffs. The map to be teleported back to the starting town
Starting
as well.
points. Yeah. Okay.
Strength stone
Cool.
is really cool because it allows you to be. You can use them on bosses and their resistance or
Oh, nice.
immunities are like
Mm-hmm.
don't count for 1 turn. Have the spell book that will grant you 2 power dice, but for 1 time only.
Uh-huh. Healing
Obviously, you
potion,
can,
of course.
yeah, healing
Classic.
potion, antidote. You have 2 healing potions, I believe. The horn is quite funny. If you break your stuff on the table, if you blow on the horn, I guess you'd say in English,
Mm-hmm.
it allows the allied players to get closer to
Move
you.
one to go, sir. Okay, they come to your aid.
Yeah,
Cool.
the orange staff, and I think
Yep.
we don't have all the cards in here, but at least you get to see kind of sort of what you can get. Boots are cool as well.
Boots.
Getting 1 free move per turn.
Free move for turn. Nice.
How many left? Well, let's keep this one hidden for some reason. I don't
Okay.
know.
Let's
The
not
last
spoil
one we're not
everything.
revealing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not a secret or whatever. Just so that way the people that have seen your video in full will still have at least one thing to find. Oh, there are 2 of these, and we could have had a regular event. Obviously, everything you saw here today. Is the so like the
Prototype.
components for day one, yeah, prototype version as well. But obviously, if the Kickstarter campaign does well, there might be more stuff, maybe more tiles, maybe more items,
Cool.
and all that good jazz. And just for the pleasure, let me. There you are. You can see almost
Aha. Cool
all the
monsters.
bosses here. Actually, this one has been updated, but anyways.
Yeah.
And you've seen most of it. And if you have any questions, Raymond, that you want to ask,
Yeah.
I'm
So,
still here.
well, first of all, let me just say that I really enjoyed this
Oh, thank you so
playthrough.
much.
This is just a fun romp through the forest with monsters. That's just a lot of fun. And yes, it is definitely something you could play with a younger audience,
Yeah.
or as you said, add some additional rules to
Hmm.
make it a bit more spicy for experienced players.
Yep.
And it does seem like explanation is short and easy, and that means also that gameplay isn't too long.
Hmm.
So that's good if you want to just play a quick game. And what I was curious about, I love the artwork.
Hmm.
The artwork is fantastic. I
And I
just
have to
absolutely
mention,
love
though,
the way
I'm
it
sorry
looks.
to interrupt you, but I have to mention though that I haven't mentioned the artist's name, which I always do usually. So that's Jawi Eva Gao, and
Cool.
she worked on other games like Draftosaurus, for instance, or
All
Arceus,
right.
or some of these games. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Sorry, I didn't
Yeah.
mean to interrupt you, but I
No,
still
no,
want
no,
to
that's
give her
totally
credit
fine.
because
Totally fine.
the game looks awesome, thanks to her and to the graphic designer as well. So yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So you were going to say.
Yes. So could you tell us a little bit more about the campaign
Mhm.
mode of this game?
So right now we haven't talked about the campaign much because this was sort of like the last main thing to be finished, right? Because to be fair, it used to be only missions that you could play. Just pick one random mission.
Mm-hmm.
The fun part and also the not so easy part was to actually mix them up together in a campaign where the game would scale with you. You know, the monsters would be stronger on mission 4 than mission 1, for instance. This has led to adding some modules. And basically, when you play the campaign, like the first mission, for instance, is just a regular mission where you be trying to save your village and crafting antidotes, right? So you've seen the cards for the antidotes, but in that case, you'll actually have to use one new action in the game, which is search, and you have to search on special points of interest on the map, which will be on the runes. And if you find the right mushrooms and empty bottles, empty flasks, and if you bring them to the campfire, for instance, well, maybe you can craft some potions, right? If you do this, maybe some monsters won't be too happy about it and will try to follow you. So this one, just like the first mission, for instance, adds one action, right? Which you'll be able to use in most of the following missions, right? So that's the way it goes. It adds up rules until the final biggest mission of the game, which I'm not going to reveal here. But I'd also wanted to mention that each one of them has like some sort of special mechanic. One of them is sort of like a tower defense that actually adds movement to the monsters, which they would go towards you and so on, or even to the bosses actually. Or some of them will have you defend a specific place, but the other way around. Maybe you'll have to attack some of their camps to reduce their forces, for instance. So yeah, I'm trying not to spoil too much, but also just explaining that it just adds up layers of rules without being too complicated, obviously, and just giving you different objectives so that you still have this the main components, and just by adding some cards and tokens and whatnot, you can, you know, have some really different experience and keep your hero from mission 1 to mission 5 or 6, because there's at the moment 5 to 6 missions planned for this campaign.
Right.
And
Cool.
yeah, without spoiling too much, that's at least what I can say.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to seeing this on Kickstarter. So again,
Thanks.
ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be on Kickstarter in April 16th, I believe, or 19th.
19th, yeah, that's a Tuesday,
19th, Tuesday. Yeah. The link is in the description below. So go and check that out. Hit that reminder button so you will be notified when it launches, and go and check it out. That is Explorers of the
yeah.
what was it
Woodlands.
again?
Yeah,
The Woodlands. Exactly.
of the
Explorers of
forest,
the
if you
Woodlands.
will. But
Yeah, I was thinking of that indeed.
no worries.
But
No worries.
yeah, by Jeffrey Wood, who is here with me tonight. Again, Jeffrey, thank you so much for the playthrough and for the explanation.
Well, thank you for
And
talking about the game and all your kind words. I really appreciate it. It feels good.
yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So keep an eye on my channel for the review, which will also be coming. And yeah, that's it. Thank you again for being here. Thank you, everybody, of course, for watching this playthrough. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you all at the Kickstarter of this beautiful-looking game. And that's it. Thanks a lot. See you next time on Board Game Heaven.